ISSACHAR, the fifth son of Yaakov and Leah. Chapter 1. The copy of the words of ISSACHAR, for he called his sons and said to them, Hearken, my children, to ISSACHAR your father. Give ear to the words of him who is beloved of Yahuwah. I was born the fifth son to Yaakov by way of hire for the mandrakes. For Reuben, my brother, brought in mandrakes from the field, and Rachel met him and took them. And Reuben wept, and at his voice Leah, my mother, came forth. Now these mandrakes were sweet-smelling apples, which were produced in the land of Haran below a ravine of water. And Rachel said, I will not give them to you, but they shall be to me instead of children. For Yahuwah has despised me, and I have not borne children to Yaakov. Now there were 2 apples, and Leah said to Rachel, Let it suffice you that you have taken my man. Will you take these also? And Rachel said to her, You shall have Yaakov this night for the mandrakes of your son. And Leah said to her, Yaakov is mine, for I am the woman of his youth. But Rachel said, Boast not and vaunt not yourself, for he espoused me before you, and for my sake he served our father 14 years. And had not craft increased on the earth, and the wickedness of man prospered, you would not now see the face of Yaakov. Chapter 2. Then appeared to Yaakov an angel of Yahuwah, saying, 2 children shall Rachel bear, inasmuch as she refused company with her man, and chose contingency. And had not Leah, my mother, paid the 2 apples for the sake of his company, she would have borne 8 sons. For this reason she bore 6, and Rachel bore the 2. For on account of the mandrakes Yahuwah visited her. For he knew that for the sake of children she wished to company with Yaakov, and not for lust or pleasure. For on the morrow also she again gave up Yaakov. Because of the mandrakes, therefore, Yahuwah hearkened to Rachel. For though she desired them, she did not eat them, but offered them in the house of Yahuwah, presenting them to the priest of El Elyon, who was at that time. Chapter 3. When therefore I grew up, my children, I walked in uprightness of heart, and I became a husbandman for my father and my brethren. And I brought in fruits from the field according to their season. And my father blessed me, for he saw that I walked in rectitude before him. And I was not a busybody in my doings, nor envious and malicious against my neighbor. I never slandered anyone, nor did I censure the life of any man, walking as I did in singleness of eye. Therefore, when I was 35 years old, I took to myself a woman, for my labor wore away my strength, and I never thought upon pleasure with women, but owing to my toil, sleep overcame me. And my father always rejoiced in my rectitude, because I offered through the priest to Yahuwah all firstfruits, then to my father also. And Yahuwah increased 10,000-fold his benefits in my hands. And also Yaakov, my father, knew that Elohim aided my singleness. For on all the poor and oppressed I bestowed the good things of the earth and the singleness of my heart. Chapter 4. And now hearken to me, my children, and walk in singleness of your heart, for I have seen in it all that is well-pleasing to Yahuwah. The single-minded man covets no gold. He does not overreach his neighbor. He does not long after manifold dainties. He does not delight in varied apparel. He does not desire to live a long life, but only waits for the will of Elohim. And the ruachot of deceit have no power against him, for he does not look on the beauty of women, lest he should pollute his mind with corruption. There is no envy in his thoughts. No malicious person makes his soul to pine away, nor worry with insatiable desire in his mind. For he walks in singleness of soul, and beholds all things in uprightness of heart, shunning eyes made evil through the error of the world, lest he should see the perversion of any of the commandments of Yahuwah. Chapter 5. Guard therefore, my children, the Torah of Elohim, and get singleness, and walk in guilelessness, not playing the busybody with the business of your neighbor, but love Yahuwah and your neighbor. Have compassion on the poor and weak. Bow down your back unto husbandry, and toil in labors in all manner of husbandry, offering gifts to Yahuwah with thanksgiving. For with the first fruits of the earth will Yahuwah bless you, even as he blessed all the Kodeshim from Habil even until now. For no other portion is given to you than of the fatness of the earth, whose fruits are raised by toil. For our father Yaakov blessed me with the blessings of earth and of first fruits. And Levi and Yehudah were glorified by Yahuwah, even among the sons of Yaakov. For Yahuwah gave them an inheritance, and to Levi he gave the priesthood, and to Yehudah the kingdom. And ye therefore obey them, and walk in the singleness of your father. For unto God has it been given to destroy the troops that are coming upon Yasharel. Chapter 6. Know ye therefore, my children, that in the last times your sons will forsake singleness, and will cleave unto insatiable desire, and leaving guilelessness, will draw near to malice, and forsaking the commandments of Yahuwah, they will cleave unto Baal. And leaving husbandry, they will follow their own wicked devices, and they shall be dispersed among the other nations, and they shall serve their enemies. And do you therefore give these commandments to your children, that if they sin, they may the more quickly return to Yahuwah, for he is merciful and will deliver them, even to bring them back into their land. Chapter 7. Behold, therefore, as ye see, I am 126 years old, and am not conscious of committing any sin. Except my woman, I have not known any woman. I never committed fornication by the uplifting of my eyes. I drank not wine to be led astray thereby. I coveted not any desirable thing that was my neighbor's. Guile arose not in my heart. A lie did not pass through my lips. If any man were in distress, I joined my sighs with his, and I shared my bread with the poor. I wrought righteousness all the days I kept truth. I loved Yahuwah, likewise also every man with my heart. So do you also these things, my children, and every ruach of Baal shall flee from you, and no deed of wicked men shall rule over you, and every wild beast shall ye subdue, since you have with you the Elohim of heaven and earth, and walk with men in singleness of heart. And having said these things, he commanded his sons that they should carry him up to Hebron, and bury him there in the cave with his fathers. And he stretched out his feet and died at a good old age. With every limb sound and with strength unabated, he slept the eternal sleep.